Alright, so, yeah. Abandoned, which is a 2020 horror thriller film. Um, Stars Emma Roberts, which, not really a big fan of hers. I don't mind her in some flicks like Scream 4. Um, who was it? Nerve, which was based off a book. Um, I know she's played in other stuff. I didn't mind her in those films anyway. Um, and yeah, she's a mom now, so like whoa. But I would say a small fan of hers, not a huge expert of her credit to name. But she produced this film, which that is interesting because the two writers of this film, you know, Eric Patterson and Jessica Scott, are you two? Well, I wonder if this is a directorial debut of the director Spencer Squire, because I mean, because I mean, seriously, this film is kind of boring. I gotta say, it's really boring. I mean, I get it's trying to build atmosphere and tension and whatever else it's trying to do. This tried to be not really a Conjuring, but more of a well, a little bit of the Conjuring, but less interesting. I would say it's based okay. The plot basically of this film is pretty much a young couple moves into a remote farmhouse with their infant son, and pretty much while that's happening, the mother, played by Emma Roberts, is battling and struggling with postpartum depression, and pretty much begins to see things in the house, and we're not sure if it's all in her head or if it's actually, you know, real and supernatural stuff going on. The acting in this, I will say, from Emma Roberts, was fine. It wasn't really bad. I shouldn't even say really. It wasn't anything amazing, but it wasn't It wasn't anything stand out either. I mean, again, like she's a young mom trying to get it together, and you know, before they even about to buy the house, like the realtor lady, East State lady or whatever, I was surprised like she had the. It didn't occur to me that until now. Oh, she had the. Because pretty much what happens at the very beginning of this film is a murder, and it cuts to 40 something years later, I believe it said, or a lot of years later, and we're told what happened in the opening. Pretty much a suicide of a mother and father and daughter, I guess. You also have Michael Shannon in this. He plays a pretty important role, I would say. But yeah, this movie, I mean, I guess it does try to do an allegory for, you know, depression and postpartum, whatever, what it's like, I guess. I don't know, like, in the ending, I mean, it was trying to do this whole slow burn ghost story, ghost house movie, and then it turned into, like, the boy, or the boy slash Children of the Corn. I mean, like, in the third act, seriously, like, it was like a whiplash of, like, and I'd rather watch both of those movies over this because I think those movies are more interesting than this. Because again, the acting's not bad. The dad character, um, I thought he was okay. Like he's trying to figure out what's going on. He's really oblivious to what's going on. She doesn't tell, her husband the fact that, oh, I'm here and stuff. I mean, I guess, but she hears stuff in the behind this closet desk thing, and she doesn't tell her husband that, hey, you might want to look back there. There might be, I heard like scratching noises back there. Crawl. There might be animals or something. Nope, she never mentions. Well, she mentions like, I think we should move that that closet or whatever, and they never get to it. But then I'll just say again, like, spoilers. This movie is weird, where it tries to be a slow burn ghost story, but then Michael Shannon's character is kind of not pointless, but he doesn't really contribute much of what's happening and what is going to happen, because I guess pretty much these two kids that were, I guess they're his brothers, his younger brothers, or some. That was odd. I didn't understand that part. Because they mentioned there was a baby that died. The mom died. The father died. Then there was a sister, and she died. And you have the brother who was Michael Shannon's character. But then he talks a little bit about what happened, but then he doesn't really mention what's going on with the two boys that are living in the house. Because stuff goes missing throughout the movie, and so you think, oh, it's ghosts, but no, it's these two lost boys. Really, in a way, lost boys. And then they want to, I guess they're going to kill Emma Roberts' character because they think she's a danger to her baby, because she was startled, and at one point, I assume she hit her baby off the table or something. Startled to see somebody standing outside, I guess she didn't really think, and then another point where she's seeing visions of the evil dad character and the, I guess, daughter. I guess he banged his daughter back in the day, so she's seeing premonitions of them in her room. So she, is distracted by that, and the baby touches fire, I guess, a glass of fire or whatever, and I guess it's okay, but then it goes almost falls downstairs. Then the dad thinks she's nuts and thinks she needs to be on medication, and then the movie, even the ending, the actual ending of this movie is so abrupt. To me, it's abrupt because it's weird how she encountered these two lost boys up in the attic. She pleads with them to give her a baby. They're like, no. And then, then she goes to reach for the baby, screaming, and the one kid has an axe, and he goes to, I guess, kill her, but then it cuts to black, and then it goes to daytime, and then she has her baby. At first I thought this was just an hallucination, maybe she's locked away in the ward or something. Nope, I guess she feels like she killed the two boys. I have to assume, because they don't show dead bodies of these two boys or anything, no aftermath of what happened. It just cuts to black, and it's her holding her son and saying, you're mine, and then it shows her and her husband having breakfast, and then they're on a swinging outside, and she looks at Michael Shannon's character, smiles, and then looks away, and then the camera lowers down to her arm, and then it cuts to black, and then I'm like, what? And it goes credits, and then I wonder if anything. I think the ending, I think it should have been written. I think it should have been rewritten, because I think the third act overall should have been rewritten, because it just ends so abruptly, and it's like you don't really get answers of what happened with the two boys that were in that attic with her. I mean, it was sort of creepy, like how they came out of the sides of the attic, whatever, crawl space, but then they're standing there with the axe or whatever and holding the baby, and no, you don't deserve him or whatever. I don't know, that stuff there was odd. I mean, the fact that Michael Shannon's character was a brother of the sister that died years ago, and then they mentioned there's two others that were there. And then that we don't do anything to explain the aftermath of what's going on with them. And so I guess they've been living in this house all these years after the murders or whatever. Does the real estate lady know about that, or like, I guess so, but because she knows Michael Shannon's character is the brother who changed his name. But yeah, this movie is weird, because then there's scenes of her wearing a bow of the dead girl, and we think she's going to wear the dress of the dead girl at one point. She never does. If anything, she just hangs it in the closet at the end. I'm like, what the? How about you start throwing this stuff away, because bad omens and bad memories of the house. But yeah, overall, I would say I think the ending is convoluted a bit with the third act. I guess everything's normal now, because she's like, it's over. Everything's over. Are you sure? Because, like, what was the... Oh, and there's another scene where she almost drowns from a ghost, drowning her in the tub next to her son, her baby son. And even the dad, like, at first, I was like, you're gonna leave her alone? You know she's battling this postpartum. You've seen that she, in your eyes, is neglectful at one point, almost letting your son fall down the steps. But I'm gonna leave her alone in the tub with him while I go a couple miles out of, out the way. And I guess he came back by morning, or in the morning, because, like, then it's after that whole attic fiasco, then it's him pulling up to the house, and yeah, so I don't know. I'm just gonna keep repeating myself. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. I don't recommend this one. I think Emma Roberts, again, she's fine. I think the writing should have been better. The acting is fine. It's shot fine. There's really no gore in this. Oh yeah, there's no gore in this at all. I don't know how there would be with only 2 people, maybe 3. But yeah. Overall, I would pass.